Hello and welcome back to another episode of Experience Love Again After Divorce promo, where we are talking about how beautiful it is this event for everybody who is willing to join, who choose to learn and to grow and evolve, who choose to really attract that perfect love that it's there for everybody if we decide that we want it. And today it's me, Irina Portnova, with my beautiful experts, Dina Alexander and Bruno Gill. And yeah, let's just introduce each other and say what you are doing in this world because, like, we know that different people are watching different episodes, and we just want to know who our experts are and what is there for them to deliver. Okay, we'll start from Dina.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Irina, for this space. Hi, Bruno. Love you. So, who am
Hello.
I? Who am I? I am an island girl. My name is Dina Alexander, and I am a personal coach, a relationship coach, and a sex coach, which is needed all over the world. The majority of my clients are women because I do believe that it's the foundation. Sex is of or intimacy is the foundation of everybody. If that is the core, and if it's not balanced, and if you don't know how to communicate or manage it properly, you'll have problems at work with your relationships, and it's like a domino effect. So that's a little bit about me.
That's awesome, beautiful, and thanks so much. I'm so excited that you are part of the panel. And for everybody who knows Dina or maybe seen some of the episode or maybe she's new to you, come to the event and experience everything what she shares because this is jam. All right, Bruno, tell a little bit about yourself and what you are doing in this beautiful world.
Yes, thank you so much. Hi to you, Dean, as well. So, my name is Bruno, as you all know. I've been here before, and I believe I'll be here multiple times throughout this promotional days, actually. So, I'm a self love coach for women. I help women with their perfectionism, with their imposter syndrome, with their self sabotage, in order for them to have their self love, being more fulfilled authentically, have a strong connection to themselves and others. And yeah, that's kind of what I do. So a lot of people, however, oh, my mic is on and off. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
So a
kind
lot
of,
of
coming back and forth. Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe
that's all right.
hold this thing. I don't know. The microphone. Mm-hmm.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing. But
Okay.
anyways, I'll try to speak louder. So a lot of people usually ask me, like, what is a young guy like you usually, why are you not helping men? Why do you specifically target women? Why do you specifically decided to help women? For that is because I was raised by a single mother. What I do, I do it mainly for myself because I like to do it, and also because I also connected better with women than with men. I also had the main role model at home, which was the feminine role model, right? I never really had a masculine role model, um, so I kind of had to figure it out by myself a little bit for the majority of my life, and it was a little bit tough, but I truly believe that I could do this, that what I'm doing now, of really being, knowing that I could do it, right? Um, because I just decided to balance my feminine and my masculine, because it was what it is. And so today I just decided. I graduated some years ago. I just decided basically, like I'm gonna help women. I want to make this my life, and I'm actively trying to make it work. And I had a lot of women tell me like, it's like even yesterday in a networking event, and I even had like somebody on LinkedIn tell me like, I appreciate your work that you're doing for women. It's very important. And like when you're 23 years old, and 5 years ago you try to kill yourself. To me, this is all like amazing. To me, this is all like super remarkable things. It's like my younger self would have never imagined this. It's like I'm doing the impossible for my own life. And so it's all about progressing. It's all about progressing And so that's what I do. So yeah, thank you for asking.
You know what? This is great because it's great to have that, masculine energy on our side, and to have somebody, like, who understand us and appreciate us for who we are. So yeah, very great, grateful that you're doing what you're doing. And Nichole is going to join us shortly, but while she is not here, let's talk a little bit about what we wanted to talk about. And today's topic was, obviously, we want people to join, just to be interactive and know that there is that space where everybody can come and be heard and be understood, because a lot of people in the community are going through that, through the divorce, or they have been already divorced. And we know that love is everything, right? Love is the whole meaning of our life, and it starts from our self love. So that's exactly what we wanted to talk a little bit, and share our experience or our expertise, because we are all in different areas of coaching. And Dina, when I say self love, what does it mean to you, self love? And when we relate to your expertise as a sex coach, what exactly self love can do for us?
This is a very beautiful question, and I'm not going to share much about how what I'm going to give as presents or gifts during this event, but I'm going to say it like this. Self love for me, if you're using our session now to check whether you are giving yourself self love, for me is when you can strip off your clothing naked and feel okay. That's for me self love, because you are not only flesh. You don't see yourself as flesh, but you see yourself as beautiful, and you are not into the social lifestyle, what is beautiful or what is not. You are just free. And to reach at that area in your life, I use intimacy. I use sex. Sex
Mm.
tools. Sex tools. Because the word sex, or intimacy, it's broad. And usually when you hear sex, it's like all about intercourse and bam bam, thank you ma'am, and that. No. So that is the least thing I'm going to talk about. Yes. So during
Yay,
my coaching.
beautiful.
Hi, Nichole.
Hey.
I should show you that I'm still in my pajama bottoms.
Yeah, just raw and alive, right? The way like we are in the place. Yes, Dina, thank you so much. That was like so great. So Nichole, just we kind of finished introducing ourselves, who we are. Can you just say a couple of words about yourself and what you're doing?
Well, I'm a fitness coach and I didn't realize we were already live. Oh my goodness.
That's
There's
okay.
some candidness for the world to see.
That's all
And
right.
now you all know I'm still in my pajamas. And there you go. Anyway, I am a fitness coach, and I these days especially help and specialize in helping people just get started overall. And my focus is helping get your not just your physical health, but your mental health back on track, and getting yourself to where you need to be so that you can finally accomplish the goals in life. Because let's be honest, folks, it starts from within.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Love it, love it. And what we are transitioning talking about, we said that today theme is self-love, and we are sharing our perspective of our personal experience. What does it mean self-love to you, and in terms of the perspective, what you are helping people with? Can you just, Nichole, share a little bit about that?
Well, I actually posted this, and I'm sure that you saw it the other day as well, that I don't believe that self care is actually an action. I believe that self care is more of an intention. Because if you really look at, we all know what to do to a certain level. We all know that personal hygiene is important. We all know we need to move our bodies. We all know that we are what we eat. We know these things. It's deeper than that. It's a deeper level. It's the intention of wanting to make sure that you're doing everything in your power to make you your best self. And the day that I think we all dig a little bit deeper and understand the roadblocks and where they originate from, And a lot of the times, the roadblocks holding people back from self-care are based off of, I believe, insecurities. I believe it's people not understanding what their worth is. We are all created and we are all special and unique in our own ways, and we all individually have a beautiful gift to offer the world. And that self-care is the starting point of making yourself your best self to give back. So that's my two cents on that.
Yes. And how do you help as a fitness coach? Just share a couple of words. How do you help people to tap to that self-care?
These days, if you would have come to work with me even 5 years ago, you would have, the first questionnaire that you would have had to fill out was, what's your experience in fitness? What, talk about injuries. Let's talk about, where you are with that. These days, I talk about what was your upbringing like? What were how was your relationship with your loved ones as you grow up? What's your support from your spouse? How do you feel about yourself? These are the questions that I ask these days, because I've realized that to get anybody motivated to better themselves, it starts from their heart. It starts from understanding the void and those pieces that, I can fill as a coach. And the beauty in it is that as soon as you tap into what's holding you back, you realize that there is a solution. And once that momentum starts moving forward, the fitness, the transformation in people's bodies just come along with it. It's like a perk. So I don't like people to focus on the scale. I don't like it. People focus on even their inches. Focus on getting there. Focus on what your mental health, what state are you in? These focus points have changed the game for me and for people that I'm working with. I see the results quicker is the bottom line.
That's beautiful. Thanks so much for sharing. Bruno, let's go to you. You as a self-love coach, like it's very explanatory, right? What exactly does self-love mean to you, and how do you help people that work with you to instill that, instill that self-love and for them to feel loved?
All right. So I think so. First of all, hi Nicole.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, good afternoon for me.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So for me, self-love is the ability for you to make the right choice for you to love yourself. I think that's what self-love is, right? Because I feel like a lot of times we know what we should do, but we don't do it. And some way or another, there's something there that stops us. Some lack of belief, some lack of, worth, some lack of who even am I, some, like something. There's some thought, there's some belief, there's some pattern, there's some intention, like also Nichole was saying. A bad intention, Nichole was obviously talking about the good intentions, right? Obviously, right? And the intentions are very important. And she talked about mind-body connection, which is super important and crucial, right? The body, the body will follow where the mind goes, right? So that's very important. And so for me, self-love is exactly what I said. But it's in the little thing as well. It's you laughing at your mistakes to destroy perfectionism. Is you like having a set of habits that lead to a set of like goals that you achieve that destroy self-sabotage and imposter syndrome as well, right? Is for example, I'm gonna judge this phone and I say, what, you're too small, you're too whatever. But I'm also gonna say, well, you work, right? And the phone stays the same, and people usually are the phone, right? No matter what people say about them, good or bad, they stay the same. So, right, self-love is understanding those things, right? Is again, right, is understanding all those things. Is understanding yourself, how you work, your psyche, um, but almost as a tribute to yourself, right? As you are your own role model, as you are your own hero, as you are your own self, right? As you self-love is giving yourself a chance to be happy, basically.
I love it.
Yeah,
That's
that
beautiful. I love it.
yeah. But more than being happy, I think like it's very important that people understand is like happiness is a feeling. It's not a constant,
That's
because it's an emotion, right?
Mhm.
Emotions are temporary. I'm happy now. I'm with you all, and you're all amazing and so good at what you do. It's really remarkable. Um, but maybe in some hours, I'm gonna be upset because the downloads are taking too long to download, right? And it's not normal, and I'm just gonna be upset. So it's constant, up and down, up and down, up and down, right? So you gotta find that neutral point, right? What you want is to be fulfilled because fulfillment is a constant, right? Fulfillment is the constant. But that's the thing. If you think about it, the easiest thing to obtain in life usually are temporary, right? And the hardest thing to obtain in life usually have the chance to become a bigger constant than the things that are temporary, right? Because you can make something permanent, but you're only making it permanent for for a very short time. Because when you pass away, everything that you have, no matter how permanent or temporary, is over, right? Because
Mhm.
you pass away, everything passes away with you, right? Um, Minus what you did for yourself, and minus how what you did for yourself also impacted others.
That's right.
And right, and so that's yeah, just love yourself, do yourself that favor,
Mhm.
basically.
I love it. Okay, can I share a little bit from my perspective? So I'm in the space of manifestation, as you can see, right? So I'm all about affirmations, right? And I have been sharing it a while. So for me, what does it mean, self-love? For me, it's just to accept myself with all my flaws. As I love to say, I'm flawsome. I'm awesome with all my flaws, right? Be compassionate to yourself, because sometimes we are the hardest critiques on ourselves. Like we would never talk to a friend or somebody who we care for the way we sometimes
Yeah.
talk to ourselves, right? So it's very important to understand that we also are here to grow and evolve. And it's okay if not all the time we are that perfect as we want it to be, right? An idea is that I accept myself, I love myself for who I am, with everything what's going on, right? When I'm happy, when I'm sad, when I do something right, or when whether I do something wrong, right? And the more we give that self-love to ourselves, the more we become better at just like dealing with ourselves, and everybody around feel that energy, right? And I just wanted to share that beautiful affirmation that I use every morning. When I wake up, I just go to the mirror and I look at myself. I admire myself for who I am. And I just say, Irina, I love you, Irina. You are the magnet for love. You're getting better and better every day in every way. And whatever it is for anybody who wants, right? It could be affirmations, it could be just saying some compliments, right? I always say I love the compliments, so if nobody gives me the compliments, I'm the one to give it to myself, right? So who says I can't? So that's the way I look at the self-love. And the more we love ourselves, the more people around us start loving us for who we are. So
Can I
that's
add on
something.
to that? Want to
Yes.
add on? I you're bang on. You're right. You know, it's very important to love yourself and to be happy with what you see. But I think that a lot of the times people get misunderstand the fact that we need to love ourselves enough to be the best of ourselves. And that
Mhm.
means that there's always going to be room for improvement. So identifying what barriers are holding you back and not accepting certain things that you see in your life, certain um, you know behaviors that you're doing on
Mhm.
a regular basis of self-sabotage, for example. Well, the
Mhm.
people that, like, for example, if I have a client that's morbidly obese, and they look in the mirror and they say, I love myself for who I am and this is just the way I am. Well, are you serving yourself in your health? Are you? So it's important to love yourself and to love what you see, yes, but I
Mhm.
personally believe it's more important to love yourself enough to recognize where you need the improvements and how you're going to do that.
Mhm.
That's really,
Yes.
I think, a little bit of a gap with a lot of people's intentions to get
Yeah.
themselves better.
And that's exactly what brings us to why do we want people to join our event, right? Because no matter where you are on your life journey, there is always something to learn. There is always, like, when people have that open mindset, when people are ready to learn something new, right? Just to up level their life, there is always an opportunity, there is always the possibility, but you are the one to allow yourself and give yourself the permission to go and discover and explore. That's why we are inviting everybody to join the event, because this is just the tip of the iceberg what you are going to find out. Because like I said, every expert is amazing in their unique way, and everybody is sharing these beautiful journeys of themselves, as well as giving you the tools. Because you are not just going to listen to everybody, but you are going to have the practical tools. How do you move forward? Because tools is something where we can regulate our emotions better, when we stop reacting but rather we start responding to any given situation, and we are becoming more in power, where we know that there is nobody else outside of us who can actually affect the way we feel. We are the ones to be in power, and we are the ones to tap into that deeper level of self-love. And that's how we create the possibilities for ourselves, and that's how we attract the opportunities, including to attract that beautiful partner of yours. Anybody else, just the last words that you want to say about the importance to join?
Yeah,
I want
I'd like
to.
to say something. Oh, you go first, and you go first. Ladies first.
Oh, yeah.
Ramona, be proud, Bruno.
So I would like to invite people to join this event because I've seen how many coaches and teachers, and it's a variety of, like, it's like a menu. It's like when I
Mhm.
teach women about their orgasms, and I tell them, oh, an orgasm is like, um, clitoral orgasm is like chicken, and a G-spot orgasm is like salmon. But all the what you have on the menu of Irina as coaches, you should take part of it and choose what you
Mhm.
need and go further with it, and not just take the free trial, the free stuff, but really make a connection with yourself and take this opportunity to work on yourself.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well said.
That's beautiful. Yes. Bruno, what did you want to add?
Well, I wanted to add that, like, look, I said this before, but I'll say it again, especially for the people who aren't here. Like, my parents went through a divorce, right? So I've been in the ins and outs. If you don't want to do it for yourself, which I believe you do, think about your kids. Because I was a kid when I saw my parents to get divorced, and it wasn't pretty at all. It wasn't. It just wasn't pretty. Okay, it just wasn't pretty. And what wasn't pretty wasn't even a divorce. What came after that, right? Was the secondary effects, right? Right. It's like you get nuclear bombed, and then you have to reconstruct an entire, thing, right? And then slowly but surely rebuild, but it will never be the same ever again, right? Because of the amount of lives that whatever in this case, because of, you know, yeah, because of whatever happened, right? And do it for your kids, but also do it for yourself. Don't put the people above than you, other than your own kids, right? Um, and this is if you are after the divorce, or if you have decided to get the divorce, right? Now, if you are thinking about getting a divorce, also join, right? Because you learn a lot of stuff about, maybe you'll get some downloads about, things you could do to, keep your marriage, right? Maybe you're doing, it will make you understand yourself better. It will make you understand, maybe your partner a little bit better on why they do certain things, right? Because it's very easy to look at other people's behaviors, And sometimes looking at our own is just a little bit more complicated. Not because we don't think about other people, but because we spend so much time in our own skin, we think what we do is normal, right? We think the words we say are normal, the actions we have are normal, because we just kind of spend a lot of time with ourselves. Well, majority of our lives is with ourselves, right?
That's good.
So yeah,
Can I
so
add on to
yeah,
that, Bruno? So
yes,
you brought up a very good point. You know, we're in our heads, and I actually wrote about this in my book. We are all in our heads all day long. And just as the same as, you know, other people in life, we always say, not, you know, people don't necessarily know you and know this position that you're in, and we all need to be kind to each other because we're all fighting our own battle. But it's, I think, very important to understand the perspective of where you're in, because just that saying goes, you can't see your reflection in boiling water. When you're at a heightened state of emotions, a lot of the times you can't see your roadblocks, you can't see what's holding you back, your blind spots. And that's why taking and doing things, registering for summits like these are so important, because you are not only going to share emotions and understand you're not alone, because you're going to see people in the same situation and you're going to get the strategies that they're using. But when you're at a heightened state of an emotional time in your life, it's very difficult to make rational decisions. And you have your own frame of reference. And personally, these summits are amazing for that, because you learn different strategies while you're at those stages of heightened emotions so that you can work through them. It's like, in my opinion, why would you not want to, you know, even if a little bit, it's free, why would you not want to sign up for something that you know is potentially going to give you that different perspective and give you the tools that you need to move on and to better yourself and as a family? And you know what, something like this might bring your marriage back together. I pray for that. I hope that when people see a lot of and listen to a lot of these stories, they realize that there is no perfect marriage, there is no perfect relationship, and sometimes we have to do, you know, do the work. And that's why I think a lot of people struggle, is because not everybody's always willing to do the work when they're in that emotional state.
Oh my God, I just love it. And I just want to wrap us up. Do the work, right? So, this is the invitation for you to do the work, invitation for you to open yourself up for the possibilities, invitation for you to learn more who you are, and invitation for
Yeah.
you to connect with the community of the people who are going through the same experience, because sometimes it could feel lonely. But when you are together with somebody who is going through the same battles, it becomes easier because you feel support, you feel heard, you feel loved. So that's exactly why we want to invite you, and we want to give you the best. And again, it's up to you. It's up to you to just act on it, join it, listening, and use the tools and do something about it, because it's your life, and you have to live it, right?
That's
So
right.
thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today, and stay tuned as we are coming other days with more gems, more shares, and more to why that summit is so important for you. Thank you, and have a blessed day. Bye.